The knife guy. Oh, Jason Johnson.
Jason Johnson.
Gotcha. Pro knife thrower. Yeah, yeah.
But my coming to Arizona, my main motivation was so that I could come to the magazine.
Oh, gotcha.
Because of the whole Red Bloods and the magazine,
and you were a big fan of that project.
I'm still a huge fan of.
Yeah, for those of you guys listening that don't know what that's another piece of background we could spend an hour on. It was it was a small like photorealistic comic book series that was done on some Patriots. It was called the Red Bloods, and that's how you got to find this world that eventually led you to me.
Right. And And then with Skill Set, and then I came. You did the class.
Yeah, that was pre-Skill Set. That was Straight 8 Photo that put that book out.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was I don't even know how. That's how I ended up with Skill Set being so into that was because of the segue into it, and it was
that was your introduction into the Skill Set world.
Yeah, and I think I was subscriber number 4 or something. It said.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. It was good times,
dude. Like if we gave out like pins or patches or something, you could probably sell that on eBay for a couple of bucks right now.
Yeah.
What's the Ed's word? Like tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Probably at least be worth tens of dollars.
At least, a couple of tens of dollars. So that was how you and I initially met.
Yeah.
And so that's...
You don't know this, but it was kind of a big deal for me to go that far to meet a guy that I didn't know. I don't do that for a lot of people. That's how excited I was. I was like, I didn't even know it. I remember when Jason was like, it's Krav Maga. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Google search, yeah.
Oh, yeah, self-defense stuff. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, folks, this is not really my world.
No.
Skill Set. And a lot of the people I've got to meet and I didn't know any of this stuff. Yeah. I didn't grow up doing karate or judo or any of the things that like kids. I went to a few classes with friends. You know how they're allowed to bring their friend to try and rip money out of my parents' pockets, and then they find out where I lived, and they're like, "This kid doesn't have any money." But I didn't have. So I had no experience to the martial arts. I didn't grow up watching Bruce Lee films. Yeah. Kind of regret that a bit because now I've tried to dip my toes in that pool, and man, there's some rad stuff. I did the wire work.
Oh my God,
damn, cool stuff.
See, that's why, even though our childhoods were so different, the similarities between a lot of the other stuff, it is probably a big reason why we're the friends that we are now. I believe that.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, so
where you at? Daily struggle.
Daily struggle.
We're going to be so good at this by episode like 312.
Yeah, too many
Until
punches.
then, it's going to be tough, folks. So bear with us.
Yeah. You ever see somebody get punched in the head 500 times? Right here.
I've blanked like twice since we've been talking, by the way. I'm like, where am I going with this story?
Oh
like, so you're not alone.
Okay. So,
Daily struggle.
Daily struggle. Well, then who am I? Why am I here?
Who are you? Why
am I here? I am Marcus Torgerson, and the reason I'm here is because...
Man, you're saying this like an AA meeting. This is getting intense. My fucking pulse just went up a little bit.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Marcus. I've been an asshole my entire life. No,
that's what I should have went to. That's the AA. I attended the wrong AA. I should have went to Assholes Anonymous because that's what I was.
Yeah, they actually...
Or that's what I am.
They don't actually have one.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because they wouldn't be able to service the amount of people that would have to show up.
I believe it.
Yeah, there's no way.
I believe it.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
And I've never gone to those. Not that, and if you go, that's good. Go to
they did not work for me. I went, and like most people, I went when I was court ordered, which is the wrong time to go. Because when you're not wanting to change anything. I don't care if you want to quit eating pancakes and somebody keeps giving you you're going to fucking eat pancakes. It's going to be hard to quit.
Yeah.
You know?
You'll do anything with
But until you're ready to stop eating pancakes, like, right? And I know, I don't mean to make light of that.
No.
But
no.
Until I was ready to change, then I went back and I saw the class differently.
Of course.
Then they were different for me, right? Yeah. But when someone's just like anything, when you're a guy like me or you, and someone's telling you to do something, you're not very receptive to the
no
to the idea, to say the least.
That's a very, very nice way of saying it. Yeah, no, and I can see people now who are having to go through those types of
struggles.
Well, those type of AA.
Classes.
That they're probably like, well, you're a fucking asshole. And I'm not an asshole. I agree 100% with you. our path has just been different.
Yes.
At the end result is still the same, so it doesn't really fucking matter. At the end of the day, we're still at that.
You know, and I keep stealing your story away from you. But in my experience with the classes, court ordered and otherwise, because after the fact, now I'll willingly go to classes and stuff. Yeah. You know, I had a dip recently, and I say a dip or whatever. It's a big fall where I was just getting sloppy again. And I'm just like, this isn't cool. I don't like this guy. Yeah. And I go check out some class. The one thing that a class does for me, and this is going to sound shitty. Oh, man, that was freaking weird.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Like, so, okay, like, here's what happened at home. Because I know, like, everybody's like, wow, that's weird. You guys were talking about one thing. And then,
yeah.
So I look up, and the camera stops recording. And this is, here's the thing. It's those little things in life, like something as simple as that camera going out for as long as we've been trying to record and do this show.
Yeah.
Just triggers me to a night full of drinking or kicking the dog.
Yep. Right? Yeah.
No, I wasn't that kind of guy.
No.
But, you know, something as simple as that. Like you want everything to go perfect with your bud and the camera dies.
Yep.
Now, here's a little insight. That's a brand new GoPro. And I have been having nothing but problems with this thing since the day I bought it.
Subtle hint, GoPro.
I've sent it back once.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I am really disappointed in this gen. And the whole reason I got this GoPro is because for once, GoPro comes out and they're like, man, we got a timer and we're 1080p and you could Facebook Live with it. And I'm like, man, that is enough things for me to not buy one used off of OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace like my cheap ass always does. I reached into my pocket and I did it for this show. And it crashed and left us failed. And so now there's a weird big edit in the middle there. And well, what are you guys going to do? Well, that's the struggle.
That is
the struggle.
Yeah.
Right? We could end it. We could go on a bad note. We could just say the rest of the footage is gone.
Yeah.
I don't care, Marcus. I hope you're ready for the co-host that you have on this show who's just going to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
I hope you people driving in your cars or jogging right now and wonder what that big jump cut was. We're just going to go ahead and let you believe that's where we're going to place advertisement later. How about that?
Call, yeah. So, insert advertisement now.
Do you even recall what we were talking about?
Sadly,
we should have played the tape back before we started pressing play.
No.
Let me pick up and see if I can pick up where we were, right?
Okay.
So if those classes work for you.
Yes, there we go.
Then good for you.
Yep.
For me at that time in life, they did not.
Right.
But now, after I was willing to accept today was the date that I was going to make the rest of my life different.
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
Yeah.
Now I willingly will go on my phone, find an AA spot, drive there before work, drive there after work, head home. Mm-hmm. And I'll own that shit. And I think ownership maybe is the title of this podcast episode.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's what it was about.
Yeah.
When I started slipping and the wife was like, you're drinking. What's going on?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the old days, can you guess what I would have said?
Oh, fuck. Denial.
I looked at it and I go, you're right, babe.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up. Yeah. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And just so you know, you're not the only one that noticed it. I went to a meeting yesterday because I don't like the me that I'm seeing.
Yep.
Ownership.
That
was the change, bro.
Yeah.
When I was ready to own what was coming on in my life and what was bringing that shit my way.
Yeah.
Dude, the struggle got a little easier.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
The struggle got a little bit easier for me.
No, I
for
agree.
me. And that's not to say that all the shit coming my way was created by me.
No.
Because there's some shitheads in my life that were making some shit difficult.
But we also
the way I reacted to it and the way the things I brought up, that was definitely me.
Right. Yeah. No. And I think that's to everybody that's watching this or listening to this, at the end of the day, when we were talking about doing a podcast, there's a couple of different things we were talking about, and the daily struggle. The beautiful part is that word, the daily struggle, has nothing to do with, like, you're not isolating. Well, it's just alcoholics or it's just drug addicts or it's just some kind of addiction. It's getting up every day when you don't want to. Yeah. And then coming and going forward with that.
No, that's very fair.
And that's why you're going to be listening to this shit that we're talking right now.
And I'm not going to throw names out there or whatever, but I have a friend who's never drank a drop of alcohol in his life, never had any addictions, never had any problems
Really?
Wow. You know what his problem is? He's a fucking workaholic. And a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And that's not you would that must be.
No, that's
trust me.
dangerous.
You know what he had to overcome? The reason that him and I have the relationship that we have now is the fact that he knows He's robbing his family of time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
robbing his loved
He
ones
won't
of
get
time.
that back.
He's
Yeah.
robbing himself, who he owes a little R&R to, time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
never learned how to fish. He wants to fish.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Go fish.
Yeah.
You have to learn that you don't have to be the provider all the time, that you're not the guy making ends, that it's okay, that taking care of you will take care of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
So you're right, man. Like the daily struggle doesn't fit one box of that's a podcast for alcoholics.
No.
That's a podcast for people with anger issues. Clearly I had those.
Yeah. No, and there's
well said, man.
And I think that the main thing that everybody should get in their head is when you're on the airplane. I use the analogy all the time. When you're on the airplane, what's the first thing they say? Mask comes on, you put on yours first, and then you help everybody else's. And that applies to every part of our fucking lives. If we just take care of ourselves, like you said, that forgive yourself, which I'm working on that myself currently daily.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, by the minute, have to do it. But if you put on your air mask first or oxygen mask first, English isn't my first language, then you can take care of others. And giving yourself permission to take care of yourself first, I think is the hardest part. And so the podcast is for everyone else, but the truth is, selfishly, every time I get to talk to you or we do something like this, the aftershocks, positive aftershocks, are so massive for me that I end up, it resonates in me for the last time that we did it, I'd say about 6 days, 6 or 7 days, it was still resonating in me. And it's important because you're not alone, and you got to know that you're not alone, and that you need to be able to draw from different avenues.
That is the biggest thing in my life with a person like me. Is my parents were wonderful folks, and I was a weird one. Both my parents stayed together.
Right.
Both my parents loved each other very deeply. I didn't have that troubled home stuff that a lot of people have had that have kind of, it's unfortunately kicked them into whatever mindset that it did, like bad childhoods, right? It's probably the number one cause why most people, have the issues they have.
Yeah.
I didn't really have the bad childhood I had. I was created by myself. Right. I was just a jerk kid who didn't realize, who didn't want to listen. I was just a brat. I was a whatever. Yeah. I tell you, man, like, it's crazy. Like, I did that thing again where I forgot where I was going.
Yeah.
I can save it by saying this. The struggle for me that I know every time resonates with me after you leave is how good I feel. And I still feel like I don't deserve to have friends like that. Letting people in, I think, is where I was headed. That, that it's okay to talk this way with guys. It's okay to talk this way with Marcus. Right. It's okay. You can open up. You can be real. Not everybody creating this wall of like, I can do this myself. I can fix this myself, or I'm not a man or a human or a woman or
it just doesn't work, man.
You got to have a team, man.
Yeah.
Whatever analogy or saying, it takes a village or whatever thing you want to insert here that works for you.
It doesn't matter. Same thing.
It's the same thing. At the end of the day, you're not going to go this alone.
No.
You're not.
No.
You're not going to go this alone. I know for a long time, like that was something that I was like, no, and nah.
No, you can't do it alone.
I'd have never made it on my own. You need to have a voice of reason.
Yeah, there's got to be.
You need to have a team that's strength
the voice
around you.
In here is not.
It's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, that little gremlin's a bastard.
This guy, like, I know for me, and you and I have had many talks before we decided to sit down and do this show. And those other shows you referenced, I think I'm telling you, we're gonna let those out someday. I just felt like we needed more of this background first. More of why we're so messed up that we thought we deserved to do a show with a great name like The Daily Struggle.
It's a good
because it's a great name.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I know for me, like, man, like this voice in my head just all the time, second, third, 10th guesses.
Yeah.
That I deserve the opportunity to sit down and have a good friendship,
yeah, and
be able to spill my guts to someone like you, because that voice is like, he's just gonna use it for bad. He's just gonna turn it against you. He's just gonna, Still to this day, like I still like trust is it's a hard, like that evil little voice in my head, that little gremlin, that demon is like, don't give him too much power. You let him close to you.
Yeah.
Why? What do you think inherently as human beings that makes us so? I didn't have anything that traumatic happen to me that I should be that way. I think that's where I was leading into with the whole like good parents thing.
Well, and
as I didn't have I didn't have those beatings. I didn't have a mom who didn't love me or put her cigarette on my forehead and I still am so guarded with trusting people.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because remember I said that you and I had complete opposite in childhoods, yet we're both running down literally a parallel path that you would have thought that you and I had the exact same childhood. Yeah. So if two guys can have the complete opposites and still be fucked up, there's hope for everybody else on this planet. Because the fact is that and here's the fucking bottom line, and mic drop is, we're all fucked up. You show me a normal person, you show me somebody who's totally got it together, and I'm telling you right now, they're probably a fucking serial killer.